Hey everybody, my name is Scott Vitro, and this is going to be my presentation for a case study here in our final assignment. So I decided to do the case study out of chapter 14. It was a case study about a guy who went over to the Copenhagen School of Business in Denmark for a little while, studied there, and basically it was a short story about his observations about Denmark and kind of how they work and live over there and how starkly different it is from us. And just as a disclaimer, this is not any sort of call for socialism or anything like that. But I do think that there are definitely some good takeaways, and it kind of reminded me of that video Professor had us watch about the company called SAS. SAS. They did the new special on that, and the company really provided for their employees as far as like free gym memberships and awesome health care, and they helped out with babysitting. I think they even offered like free car washes and food and like laundry services, all sorts of crazy stuff. And it seemed pretty impossible, but it's definitely a company that's doing that, and they seem to have a very low turnaround rate for their employees, and they're very loyal, and it seems like they're all very healthy too, which keeps healthcare costs low. So anyway, I kind of took some of those ideas and I kind of thought about Denmark in this sense, and so I wanted to talk about a few of those things. So the three main themes I wanted to talk about was work-life balance. Um, let's see, work-life balance, prestige, because a lot of us get caught up in what are our job titles actually mean and stuff, and then identity, which kind of ties into prestige a little bit too. But I really wanted to kind of make a comparison here of what Denmark does versus what we do. And so yeah, it's kind of interesting in my research. I found out that even in our book by Dennis Moonby, there was a sociologist who actually studied why are Americans working so much, and we actually work a lot more than the Japanese, surprisingly, and the British, and most industrialized nations take a lot more vacation than we do, and we really seem to be overworked. And so I wanted to touch on work-life balance, and it all kind of ties in together. But it seems like so much of our identity is tied into our work that it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. Um, our book was basically arguing that people have so much of their identity wrapped up in their work that they don't want to go home because of dysfunctional families and relationships and things like that. And at work, they can actually feel powerful and important and meaningful and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of make that comparison there because I think we kind of need to chill out on that a little bit as far as our identity being so wrapped up in our work and why we're working so hard. And so for Denmark, they have what in this case study they take like 6 weeks of vacation a year, which is like unheard of here. Plus 12 national holidays. They have a whole bunch of free stuff. They obviously pay really, really high taxes for it all, but they have free health care. Anybody can go to college for free, unemployment for like 2 years. Just an insane amount of stuff. Subsidized child care services, and they have like a federal pension plan, like all this stuff. And so, yeah, they pay like 40-50% in taxes. But I was kind of surprised because I mean, paying that much in taxes kind of stinks. But what did it hit? What they actually based this off of was a business model of like having a strong middle class. And so while they do pay high taxes for this sort of thing, they also have like an unemployment rate of like 1.2%. So that's pretty awesome and unheard of, especially in our society. But anyway, they have that going on, and anyway, so they have really low unemployment, and they have a really highly skilled workforce, and they have a huge middle class. And essentially, this isn't 100% what I agree with, but definitely goes against the American way of enterprise, innovation, entrepreneurship. But basically, everybody in their society, there's like a certain range of money that they make, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but nobody really makes a significantly more amount of money than other people. It's only like 2.6% of people made more money outside of that range. And I'm sure that was the absolute elite, but anyway, it was just really interesting, seeing that they have such a strong middle class and a low unemployment rate, and it's because of this business model. Now, like I said, I'm not advocating for socialism or anything like that. I don't think this would be a sustainable model in America. just because we're so deeply red-blooded and ingrained with, everybody, everybody's for themselves, and we can do anything we want type thing. But anyway, as far as relating that back to organizations, I think it's important to note that, with the company SAS or SAS, however you want to call it, they do have a really high success rate of keeping employees and keeping employee healthcare costs down. And, they have a very, good retention rate. And I think that, business models like that, whenever you take care of your employees per se, not necessarily the whole nation, but whenever you advocate to take care of your employees that much, and that, employees really know that you care about them, then, they're going to stick around, they're going to be loyal, and they're going to, be good employees. So thanks. Have a great day, and God bless you guys. Enjoy this class.